Hey guys, welcome to BatchTV. My name's Landry and I'm the community manager at Batch Service. And today we're kicking off a two-part series on alternatives to SMS marketing in real estate. So many of you have turned to other methods because of the regulations that have come into play in the past few years, making it way more difficult to be consistent with sending messages and compliant. So we're starting this series with what 27% of you voted for within the community, which is direct mail. Be sure to come back to the channel when we post part 2 for the number 1 voted method, and let us know down in the comments what's working well for you, even if it is sending messages and you're able to get through all of those hoops. But in the meantime, let's jump into my account. So I'll be showing you how to get started with sending direct mail within BatchLeads, and this will be really high level, so be sure to drop a comment down below if you have questions, join the community with the link in the description so you can reach out to me, and go to the B in the bottom left-hand corner where you can visit our help articles, which are 100% up to date and have videos and written walkthroughs. And our team is always here to help. So there's no shortage of resources available to make sure that you're set up and ready to go. But we're gonna go into my initials in the top right-hand corner of BatchLeads and then go to my profile. Now let's jump into direct mail setup. And you will need to set up your signatures first. Let's talk about that before we get into designing our templates and all the things you can do within BatchLeads. But your signature is going to be created here with this blue option in the top right-hand corner, and it will look something like this. You'll have your name, your phone number, your return address, your email address, all of the contact information you're gonna wanna have on your postcards for people to get a hold of you once they get your mail. You can also upload your logo, and after you save that, that's when you can jump into creating your template. So you do have to do that first. So within the template side, you can see that there's an option to create a brand new template. You could do 4x6 or 6x9 postcards or letter option. Now keep in mind, as you're looking at your account and you're watching this video, your page will look different than mine as I have a ton of custom options. These top ones I've customized and changed up, some of these further down the line. So if you see something on my screen that you don't have there, that just means that I've created a custom postcard or letter and I've added it here. So you can go into some of the newer ones that are available that we brought out and did in a really huge update a while back, like this real estate agent one. If you see something that looks really nice, you like the design, but that's not at all what your focus is, you can still go in and completely wipe that if you want to, or just start fresh, whatever you're wanting to do, or kind of take bits and pieces and kind of maybe the design of some of these. So I'll show a quick example today. Last little side note, you might scroll down and see some of our older ones that we did keep here just for people wanting to keep it really simple. Those have less customizable options, but still really great available postcards and letters to send, just depending on your preferences. There's also a setting at the bottom if you want to set up a default for a postcard to send every time you click on like the one send option. If you want, you can configure that and set that up. So let's go ahead and use one of these for example. I'm going to use this lawn care one. You'll see a couple different options like being able to make a copy, you can edit it, and then look at it a little bit deeper with the magnifying glass. I typically like to make a copy so that I have the original and then make changes to the copy. It's up to you. So I'm going to click on the copy button and it's ready to go. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon here to start editing it. You can name your template. Let's say that we're going to be using this for a vacant campaign today, and I'll name that after what I plan to use it for, just for reference. And there's a background color option, insert item, where you can insert, maybe in place of this nice looking property, a Google Street image, so that everybody I send this postcard to eventually will see their property uploaded on that postcard. So this is a really popular option and we'll use this today. There's also a custom upload option. So if you're somebody, like I talked to a lot of people in the community using something like Canva, or they've previously designed something elsewhere, you can absolutely, take a screenshot of that, or if you have it downloaded somewhere, import that just by using the custom upload option, and then add text boxes on top of it to kind of make it your own built into BatchLeads. But text boxes, you can add lots of different options to layer your postcard and kind of put things on top of each other, like this one is layered and has like this blue bubble over it. You can insert different design options and layer that in here as well. So let's say we like this design and we just want to make it our own, so it's fitting to what we're trying to reach out to people about. I'm just gonna move things around. I'm gonna grab things, select it, and delete it. And maybe with that, we're gonna go to, instead of having that nice looking property, we say insert item, and bring in a Google Street image. So I could basically mimic some of these designs, but insert my own thing. So now instead of that nice property, it's going to insert the photo of whoever I send this out to. So even if I send it out to 500 people, it's going to correspond with who I'm sending this to. You can also grab things and select it, then layer it here. So just to show you that in action, you can kind of see the different bubbles and things are behind this Google Street image. So I could select my image, click the layering button, and send it to the back. So now you can see that all of these things are sitting right in front of everything, and I could continue to layer and make it my own, of course. So just to give you an idea, we won't go into editing everything here, but let's say we want to make this our own with the wording. And I'm going to just change this to something like "we buy houses for cash." And you can get into the community. We recently had somebody asking for community members' advice on their postcard, what they could change and tweak. And it was really great to have that collaboration. So if you're wondering, what should I put on my postcard? What's going to be most effective? What's working for other people? Feel free to drop it in the comments, but also get into the community and get connected with the group there as well. So after you go through and edit things, make it your own, change the positioning, and design that to your liking, don't forget to use other features like the dynamic fields. I'm just going to add some text here like, "We're interested in your property at space dynamic field," and you can insert things that are going to correspond and coordinate with who you send it out to, even if it's 1,000 people. So I could say the property address right here. It's going to insert, and we can delete some of these things too just to get it out of our way. So it's going to insert, if we're sending this postcard to John at 123 Main Street, it's going to insert, "Hey, we're interested in your property at 123 Main Street." If I inserted things like, "Hey, name," that would insert who I'm sending it to, their name. So don't forget about these. There's some really cool fields in here. Just remember that the signature ones are going to be pulling in your information from your signature up here. You can also edit the back, of course, make that your own, add your signature, and then click save when you're done. So let's move on to sending these postcards out after you take your time to design them and make them your own. It's as easy as going into My List. My List is essentially your main hub for all of your saved data, everything you import manually or pull in through list and property search or add through Driving for Dollars. Agent Outreach has a separate section, but you can definitely add agents into your account. And we're going to go into just opening up my quick filters. There's tons of different ways to find your data and organize it and prioritize it, but let's just keep it simple. And a lot of people don't know that your quick filters right up here at the top of the screen, the system is continuously going through and updating your information and enriching that for you. So I could easily have confidence saying, great, these are the vacants in my account, with assurance that the system has updated that information for me. So I'm just going to grab a few of these. Let's just maybe make sure that they're also just in Phoenix for this example. I use these drop downs in each of these columns to make my life really easy when filtering things out. They're kind of hidden, so hopefully that helps you as well. But let's grab these, and I'm just going to select maybe just 50 of these just for example. Now, before we initiate this campaign, right up here in our actions with the properties we've selected, remember that there is a one-click send direct mail option right here in each of the properties details. So if you're doing more of a one-off method, you're talking to people and then sending them a postcard, which would be great, or you see a property and want to send them a postcard, whatever that might look like for you, lots of amazing methods out there that is available to either not have this pop up and send your default immediately. I always like to have a little bit of a confirmation and change it if I want to. So keep that in mind if that's more fitting for you. But let's go into create a campaign with these 50 properties. Just click on actions. You can do a lot here, but we're going to jump right into add to a campaign and go to direct mail. Name your campaign. I'm just going to name this Phoenix Vacants. Remove any duplicate mailing addresses if you want to. Move forward with the blue arrow, and then you're going to pick what's going to send out and when. If you've been designing different sizes of postcards and letters, be sure to just filter that out first, because then the options for what you have pulled up will open up in the template side. So if you can't find something, just make sure that you've actually filtered out what size of postcard or format before you go in to find your template. So go in and find your templates, and everyone does this a bit different. Some people that are really successful with mail stick to the same exact postcard over and over again, and others I talk to within the community also successful with direct mail, they switch it up and they have something different go out every time they send it. If you want to, you can send out one piece of mail, but most of the time you'll want to lean into a drip campaign of a sort so you can continuously follow up and keep getting your piece of mail in front of those homeowners. So let's say we send out that first postcard day 1, and we're going to change the next one maybe 2 weeks later. They'll get maybe a different one and add a new mailer, and maybe day 30. You can continue this as long as you want to, depending on your preferences. Grab your postcards. Remember, you're going to have different ones in your account compared to what I have here because I've created the custom ones. And once you're finished, and you'll kind of see that broken down, by the way, send date and expected delivery date. These will be physical pieces of mail, but click the blue arrow. It'll give you a breakdown of what's going to be sent out, and it'll show you how many pieces of mail and to how many people as well. You'll click the checkbox to confirm you know that you can't edit this after it's been processed. So be sure that your signature and everything is looking good. There's no typos and everything looks the way you want it to. Agree to the terms of service and create the campaign. You're going to then go to the campaign section. It will just take you here automatically. You can click on the 3 dots to go and view or edit the name of the campaign, but let's go to view, and you'll have all of these built-in tracking events that will show you what's currently in production, what's going to be sent out, and it will have that broken down by the mail distribution, the tracking events here a little bit nicer, and eventually the recipients will load right here. There you guys have it. Using direct mail in BatchLeads is not only easy to set up and get started, but incredibly effective, especially when you're being consistent with it. Remember, this was only part 1 to our 2-part series, so you can come back when we have part 2 posted on the #1 voted marketing method as an alternative to SMS. If you found value in this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. Remember to let us know what's working really well for you, and join the community with the link in the description. And we hope to see you guys on the next episode.